Hello, hello. My name is Victoria Kolesnik. I am MM Publications LT consultant for linguist company in Ukraine. And I would like to welcome you to today's webinar. I'm very happy to see you here. Okay, I can see. Hello from Odessa. Hi. Nice to see you here. Okay. Nice to meet you. So my okay. Hello. Dnipro. Nice to see you too. Again, Dnipro, Mykolaiv region, Lviv, Kharkiv, Vinnytsia. Hello from Kyiv. Again, Kyiv, Kharkiv, Rivne. Yes. I see more people are joining us. Cherkasy, Kyiv. Hello, hello. Uzhhorod, Kyiv again. So, thank you for taking time out of your day. You are here in the middle of the summer, so great people. Thank you for this. Okay, I guess we are ready to start our webinar. And today we are talking about mindfulness in the primary school classroom. But first of all, I want to be sure whether you can see my presentation. Just put pluses, okay? For me to know. Okay, thank you very much. I see, thank you. So, in terms of curriculum, mindfulness falls under the umbrella of social emotional learning. And in the most simplified terms, mindfulness means paying full attention to something and not thinking about anything else in that moment. And the practice of being mindful allows students to cope with frustration when they are faced with something maybe difficult in their lives. And it can also be used when they need to focus their attention on something specific and not allow distractions to derail them. So the more students practice being mindful, the better they get at it. So students who learn to practice mindfulness are able to pay attention better and are less easily distracted. So mindfulness also helps them stay calm under stress, avoid getting too upset, get along better with others, with their classmates, and be more patient. And it can even impact learning. It helps children become better listeners, and it also helps them feel happier. So this is a great tool that everyone can develop, and one that you can easily employ in your classroom to fight the general lack of focus and decrease stress level. So today we are going to talk about mindfulness, the concept of mindfulness, because You know, mindfulness, it is not as simple as it seems. And to teach mindfulness in primary schools effectively, you should aim to develop your own understanding and practice of mindfulness. As with the most things in life, when children have good role models, they will follow our lead. And mindfulness can help us clear the mind, focus on the present, and think calm, positive thoughts. And if we become what we think, then through this practice, we can learn to become calm and positive. And the best way to show students how to be mindful is to practice it in class. And we will draw our attention to some mindfulness activities that can help your students develop self-awareness and self-regulation skills. And these activities teach students not only how to recognize their thoughts, emotions, and actions, but also how to react in a positive way. Okay, and before we start, I would like to remind you about your certificates. So you will receive them within 3 working days. And as usual, I ask you to check your email as well as your junk box. But if you don't find your certificate in your email, please feel free to contact me and I will send it. Okay, I want to check our chat box. Okay, so I guess we are ready to start. Okay, so let's start with the simple question. What is mindfulness? We can say that mindfulness is a practice that originates from Buddhist philosophy. And it has been used as a calming technique for centuries. And in the 20th century, psychologists began using meditation and mindfulness to treat disorders like depression and anxiety. So they found that patients who completed these programs, like mindfulness programs, they were better equipped to handle challenges in their daily lives. But what does mindful mean, and how you can use mindfulness in the classroom? This is the main question. So mindfulness refers to the process of focusing your attention in the present. So it involves a moment by moment awareness of thoughts and feelings that you experience. In general, mindfulness is about focusing on the present. It's about slowing down, or maybe even stopping and listening to our bodies, our emotions, or the world around us. And it means slowing down and really taking notice of what you are doing, even if it means just focusing on your breath. So being mindful is the opposite of multitasking, we can say. And for children, mindfulness is about learning to recognize feelings or of being stressed, anxious, or overwhelmed, and being able to practice strategies to cope with those feelings. And the positive benefits of teaching mindfulness activities to young learners have been proven across a number of different studies. Incorporating mindfulness into everyday classroom activities is becoming more and more common thing. 5 minutes daily mindfulness practice can lead students to reduce stress and anxiety, increase concentration and engagement, sleep better, improve social skills, and develop problem-solving and decision-making skills. The studies have shown teachers working with children who have special educational needs have had great success in teaching mindfulness skills as well. So it helps students to recognize their worries, manage difficulties, and cope with stress, and develop a more mindful awareness. So it also helps children and young people to appreciate what is going well, and it trains them to understand and direct their attention with greater awareness and skill. So this may improve the capacity of children to concentrate and be less distracted, as well as their working memory and ability to plan. And mindfulness may help the young to self-regulate more effectively and reduce conflict and oppositional behavior. So it should not be used as a punishment. And mindfulness is about getting children to reflect on their own thoughts and actions, and learn how to make better choices. And they are no longer reacting to things in their environment, but they are responding to them in thoughtful and positive ways. And ultimately, when students come to understand that they can be in control of their thoughts, feelings, and different actions, they not only make better choices, but feel more in control of their decision-making process. If taught correctly and regularly, you could expect to see lowered levels of anxiety, improved social skills, improved focus, reductions in negative self-belief, and much more. And while mindfulness and meditation are interrelated, they are not the same. It is possible to practice mindfulness without meditating, and it is also possible to practice meditation without being mindful. And we can say that meditation is a practice. And through this practice, a person can develop different qualities, including mindfulness. And meditation is a way to plant the seeds of mindfulness and water them so that they grow throughout our lives. Although meditation is highly effective for this purpose, it is just one of the ways to cultivate mindfulness. And mindfulness is becoming aware of what is in the present moment. And there are many things we might become aware of. We might notice our senses, our surroundings, our emotions, our breath, and we might even practice becoming aware of the stream of thoughts passing through our minds. What is important is that we are aware of what is actually happening in the present moment. And meditation is a formal practice in which we are training our minds by choosing to focus our attention on a specific central point. And sometimes the central point of the meditation is something that we are experiencing in the present moment. So we might choose, for example, to focus our attention on the felt sensations of breathing just as it is. When doing so, our intention is simply to be aware of the sensations of breathing. We are not trying to get anywhere in particular. So we can say that mindfulness is a practice that we carry with us wherever we go, you know. And at the same time, meditation is more of an exercise. Both work to help our well-being and live more in the present. And here the question is there a place for mindfulness in the school week? Yeah, so in the school curriculum, all teachers can integrate mindfulness activities into their curriculum and busy days. It just takes a little planning. And mindfulness in primary schools can improve concentration and academic achievement. So it's definitely worth devoting some time to it. You can set aside 5 minutes at the beginning of every class, or maybe creating or providing, let's say, mindfulness Monday or Tuesday or any other day of the week. This is the time for students when you let them pick a new technique to try out. And you can get parents involved too. Even better, you could send mindfulness activities home alongside other home learning tasks. So in order to employ mindfulness into your classes, first of all, you need to develop a personal practice. So if you have never practiced mindfulness before, just spend a little time practicing the activities yourself before you take them to your classroom. And there is a great number of free apps with kids and adult programs with the short guided modules. You need to be honest with your students about your own level of experience. If mindfulness is new to you too, your students will appreciate knowing that you are learning this together. And you can offer to practice mindfulness all together. So this way you're modeling for them how to incorporate it into their everyday lives. Then explain what mindfulness is in a simple way. Younger students may understand a word like noticing when introducing the idea of mindfulness to their concept. It is simply being aware of something or noticing what is happening in a specific moment. And older students will benefit more from exploring how and why mindfulness works. Exploring emotions and practicing naming and describing these emotions and what they feel like in our body should happen alongside your more explicit mindfulness activities. And this will help students with their own mindfulness skills as they get better at recognizing and processing their own emotions. And please pay attention, pay your students attention to the fact that they cannot fail at mindfulness. Tell students that there is that their minds will wander during mindfulness activities, and that's totally fine. That's okay. There is no way of failing at mindfulness. You can share some examples of how you have redirected your thoughts and encourage your students to share their experiences. And by discussing what works and what doesn't, you can all learn from each other and support one another. And don't expect a sudden change in your classroom environment after practicing mindfulness briefly. It is a skill that takes time. When it is new to your students, they will need practice and support. And never use mindfulness activities as a punishment. Do you remember the days when sitting in silence was used as a form of punishment for a misbehaving class? I do. So mindfulness practices should always be incorporated into your classroom as something positive, something skill building, yes, a skill building experience, not a negative one. Okay. So you can use guided meditation as one of the ways of incorporating mindfulness into your classes. And guided meditation helps students focus on their moment-by-moment life experiences. And these exercises help them slow things down and focus on one activity at a time. And it is proven to improve their power of attention and increase their sense of awareness. And while many meditation practices have students lie down, shut their eyes, slow their breathing, and notice how they are feeling second by second. Here, a great option for classrooms with limited space or classes with active children is to do a guided meditation with a small object, such as erasing. Yeah. So this is a great opportunity when your students study the topic food. So they revise their vocabulary and they can explore their inner feelings as well. So you may ask your students to bring nuts or raisin or any other dried fruit they like. And here you can see an outline you can follow. So first of all, give each student a raisin and set a timer for 2 or 3 minutes. Then have them use each of their senses, one at a time, to examine the raisin. So here you can talk about the form, the color, the shape, the taste of the fruit. And again, as a teacher of English, you don't want to miss the chance to revise the colors that your younger students have learned before. And you've got a wide scope or imagination how to combine language learning and bring mindfulness into the classroom. Then guides them through looking at the raisin, smelling it, touching it, and lastly, tasting, chewing, and swallowing it. And then discuss their experiences for each step. So your students will discover that slowing down to eat one single raisin can be a very exciting and complex activity. It also teaches students to be more mindful and pay attention to and enjoy what's in front of them and what's happening to them in the moment. For instance, enjoying one raisin at a time instead of swallowing an entire handful. So this increased attention and awareness will make your students' daily lives, including their time at school, much more rewarding. And right now, I want to propose you to do guided meditation, but in a different way. It is something that you can do with your students as well. For example, your students study the grammar tense, present continuous tense. Yes, so the tense that teaches us to be at the moment. So present continuous teaches us to be mindful. So why not to polish it using guided meditation in class instead of completing the sentences. I mean, it's okay, but it can be done as a home assignment, right? So let's bring some fresh ideas into our class. And let's do it all together right now, okay? So you can see place traveling. You need to close your eyes and imagine yourself at a certain place and ask yourself, where am I? How old am I? What am I doing here? Who am I with? And use your mind like a movie camera and picture everything that is going on. And then you need to open your eyes, and I will be very thankful if you share your experience. So you will listen to the music. I guess it is not that long, a minute or so. I just want to know, are you with me? Put glasses or yes. Okay, I see. Okay, let's try. Thank you. Thank you very much for your support. Okay, so just close your eyes and relax, okay? Let's do it all together. Okay, now open your eyes. I want you to reflect. Did you enjoy it? Okay, see the first yes. Maybe you can give very short and simple answers to these questions. Relaxing, yes. I'm at the sea. Thank you. In the forest. Okay. Lying in the sun, listening to the waves by the lake. Okay. At the seaside, I'm in the plane. I'm at the seaside. I'm in the forest. Okay, thank you very much. In the mountains. At the seaside. Okay. So it's summer, yes. Why not be at the seaside? Okay. I'm enjoying the nature. So thank you very much. Thank you. Actually, you can do this in class with your students, polishing present continuous tense, yes, and speaking skills as well. Okay, then let's go further. Here you can see breathing exercises. Again, sorry, just a sip of water. So, deep breathing is a great practice that has been shown to reduce stress, enhance focus, steady emotion, allow the body to relax, and improve general health. And breathing techniques also help students cultivate self-control. While they can't always control their environment and activities, children can control their bodies. So learning to control their breathing will help them take control of their other actions and behaviors as well. And there are lots of breathing exercises you can find online. And one of them is rainbow bubble breathing. And again, this is a nice opportunity to practice colors and numbers. So your students need to read the bubbles like a story. But instead of speaking words, give one big breath for the big bubble and a small regular breath for the small bubble. I guess we can do it all together. Let's read the first line, okay? So one deep breath and two small. Again, deep breath and two small. So something like this, yes? At least you see how it works. And for younger students, this story about a rainbow bubble can be a great visual for practicing controlled breathing. And you can extend this rainbow breathing activity by incorporating rainbow meditation to this mindfulness activity. So rainbow meditation exercises involve using the colors of the rainbow. Just ask children focus on each color along with some mindful thoughts. And for each color, ask the students to focus on the color of the rainbow as they breathe in and or breathe out. And they can think about an object that is that color in nature or in their environment. And try leading a quick breathing exercise right before a test. It will help calm down your class and refocus their attention. It won't take much time out of your lesson, but it is a great tool to reduce students' anxiety. And you can even print out this worksheet and put it in your classroom, hang it somewhere on the wall for your youngest students to use it whenever they need it. Then, similar to the guided meditation that we have practiced earlier, the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 check. It focuses on using the 5 senses to help ground students. So first, have your students identify 5 things that they can see in the classroom. It may be 5 things they might not normally notice. Next, have them touch 4 things they can feel. It can be the texture of their hands, or the smooth surface of a desk they are resting their hands on. And then have them listen to 3 things they can hear. This might be a bird singing, or maybe the sounds of traffic from a nearby road. Next, move on to 2 things they can smell. And lastly, if available, have them focus on 1 thing they can taste. And these 5 steps can be done quickly and quietly with little disruption to your lesson, which is why this activity is such an effective mindfulness practice for the classroom. And it can be used to help calm a busy mind and bring awareness to the present moment. Okay, and another activity is body scan. Okay, I just want to check our chat box again. I see, great, good advice. Okay, so let's go for it. So body scan. This is a fantastic activity that students can take home with them. Yes, so doing a body scan to help relax before sleep can be especially useful. And I want to tell you how it works. So first of all, students sit at their desks with their eyes closed, if they are comfortable, if they are comfortable with this. Then encourage students to pay attention to their feet for 5 or 10 seconds. Move on to the toes, then knees, and continue body part by body part until they reach the head. Yes, and you can question how each part of the body feels to bring students' awareness to their body in that moment. If there is stress, they need to imagine that they are breathing the stress out of that part of the body. And you can ask some questions during a body scan, during this activity. So, for example, how does this body part feel? Is it cold or warm? Does it feel tight or relaxed? Does your body feel heavy or light today? And again, your students revise the names of body parts, and you show how to be mindful, and at the same time you teach the language. Then listening. Listening is a critical life skill that you can teach without using videos or recordings. In addition, to having your students quietly listen during your lessons or while their classmates are speaking. Get them actively engaged by trying some listening activities. So the first one is blindfold walk. But here, first of all, you need to demonstrate your students forward, backward, left, and right. And then guide blindfolded volunteer to retrieve an object by directing them, for example, 2 steps forward or 1 step left, and so on. And next, you can divide your class into groups of 2 or 3, whatever, so you choose. And there will be participants who alternate between being the leader and the listener. Then listening with the flashcards. Here you need to scatter flashcards around your classroom, and then each student needs to find and hold one. And then they can make up a story using these items on their flashcards, and your students can raise their flashcards when you say it's in your story. And you can also use guessing game. Here you need to divide your students into groups of 3 or 4, and then give out 5 consecutive clues for a person, maybe place or theme, yeah. And for each clue, just have groups discuss and write out what they think it is. And you can use more challenging words for each round and speak faster and quieter as they progress. So students will learn to listen with a purpose. And the last is gratitude practice. Gratitude can be a powerful tool for elevating your students, for elevating your classroom and teaching practices. And by helping your students exercise their gratitude muscles, they can harness positive thinking that leads to better grades and life outcomes. And you can use a grateful mind technique. This is this popular mindful technique focuses on gratitude. So once relaxed, you can ask your students to take 3 deep breaths, and on each breath out, encourage them to think of something that they are grateful for. And I guess we can do this all together. Just think a little bit and write in the chat 3 things you are grateful for. I guess there are lots of things to be grateful for, especially now. Okay. Who wants to be the first? My home, kids, friends. Okay, thank you very much. Health, family, work. I can say that I'm grateful for my family, safety, shelter, choice, life, family, safety. Okay. Again, life, family, house. Peace, family, health. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. And, if you have time, you can set up a dedicated session at the end of each week to have everyone share their favorite personal gratitude. And not only will it help your students become more positive about themselves, your class, and learning in general, but it will help them discover more about their classmates and develop deeper relationships across the group. The armed forces of Ukraine, definitely, and family freedom. Okay. All of them mentioned above. Okay, so thank you very much. Okay, so, and you have seen pictures taken from the textbook Smart Junior updated edition. And I know that lots of you have chosen this textbook for teaching English to the first graders the next academic year. And you can see the components of the book, student's book, workbook, teacher's book, and audio. And I want to remind you that we are working on different additional materials, interactive materials that facilitate online learning and teaching. So there are Quizlet cards and different online games that you can use while teaching English online, or you can use it as a home assignment for your young learners. And what concerns Quizlet cards, I just want to share you to show you. So they are designed for each unit, and you can use these cards in classroom when you present the vocabulary, let's say. Just visit our website, publishing.english.ua, and find out more. Okay, and a quick reminder about your certificate. So you will receive them within 3 working days. Just be patient. And here you can see my contact information. You can see my phone number, my email, victoria.kolesnik@linguist.ua. Please subscribe and follow us on our Facebook page. We usually announce our events, webinars there, and we post some extra teaching material that you can use in your classes. And you can visit our Facebook page and find out more. And if you want to keep updated, follow this link that you can see on your screen. And we are always excited to hear feedback from you. And we welcome you to reach out with any questions or concerns that you may have. I'm at your service and I'm here to help you. Okay, so thanks for attending the webinar. See you in August. Do you believe? Yeah, time flies very quickly, but you still have some time. So you're on holiday, so have some rest and before the new academic year. Okay. Okay, I see. Thanks. Okay. Thank you very much. Okay, I want to thank you as well. Thanks for being very supportive and active today. Please take care of yourself and your nearest and dearest ones. So, see you. Bye.